And welcome back. My name is Ken Marrero. I'm your host for this evening, and we appreciate you visiting with us here at the National Fiscal Conservatives PAC's Evening with Ann Coulter. We're in the midst of a series of candidate interviews, and our next guest tonight is Jeff Hartline. Jeff is a candidate for the 5th District. Now, you're running for the U.S. House, not...
That's correct.
Not
the United States Congress. That's correct.
Very good. And your component in the race is... You're running against...
Jim
general,
Cooper.
Jim Cooper.
Jim Cooper in the general election. That's correct.
Very good.
We got a big field. We've got to get through in the primary first, but we're working hard.
Very good. Now, this is your first foray into politics. You've been a citizen and you've been active, you've voted and whatnot, but you've jumped into a congressional race as your first soiree, as it were, into political activism. Why this race? Why this level first right out of the gate?
Well, Ken, I started to do this about 16 years ago.
Okay.
And with small children in the house needing my attention, I decided it was a bad time. But have commiserated with the 5th District for the last 16 years. And this past summer, my family and I sat down and we decided that this was the time to serve. My youngest son graduated from Lipscomb 2 weeks ago. And so my wife and I are just responsible for each other now, and it was time for us to start giving back to our community. This was the race we wanted to enter. We weren't interested in doing anything else. We're getting ready to phase into the next part of our own lives, but we decided to take a year off and work hard. We feel like that we've got a good message, we got a good team, and we believe we got the best candidate. So we're going to work hard to make sure that the people of the 5th District know that. Very
good. Well, I will tell you that as I listen to folks around the district and so on, you're definitely one of the front runners, and you're campaigning for good things about that. So you've kind of gone from a house full of a few children to like 500,000 now that you're welcoming into your home.
Well, I think our guide this year is to set the children free from the big federal government. So that's to that end, we're working really, really hard. We feel like being in a volunteer state, people want to volunteer. They're very independent. They don't really need a nanny taking care of them. And we really, really need to work hard to establish and reestablish the liberty that was given to us by our founders. And that's what we're doing.
So you would agree with the statement that there's been a drift away from individual and economic liberty towards a little bit more government intervention, maybe even, I'll use the word tyranny, I won't say that you would.
I have no problem using the word tyranny. You know, Franklin said years ago, anyone who would give up their liberty for security will have neither. And I think that's where we're finding ourselves with an overbearing federal bureaucracy, using crisis after crisis to steal more and more of our liberty from us. It's time for individual citizens who understand the Constitution, understand that liberty is costly and sometimes inconvenient and sometimes painful, and yet it is what makes our country so exceptional in the world.
And I would argue as well on top of that, that it is what has set free and brought deliverance, economic and individual deliverance to an entire planet.
No doubt about it. People long to be here.
Yes, they do.
And so we've got something good going. We need to look back to see what the founders decided needed to happen and recreate in our own day those things. And that's going to require a lot more state and local responsibility over the affairs of our localities, and not this huge, massive federal monster that continues to eat more and more of our liberty from us.
Very good. Well, Jeff, we wish you the best of luck in your campaign.
Thank you.
Again, Jeff Hartline, candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives from the Tennessee's 5th District.